Welcome back to OCRL TV for a special presentation, the first annual iTate Computer and Tech Services Super Late Model Series Winter Showdown. We're taking a break from our regularly scheduled winter break to bring you some of the most exciting short track racing you can find on the iRacing service. We are live from Five Flags Speedway for the virtual rendition of the Snowball Derby. I'm Thomas Fredericks. With me, the entire stream team tonight, folks. I got Thomas Morris and Trey Landry here with me. Executive producer and camera worker Wendell James. You'll be seeing his wonderful handiwork here live from Five Flags Speedway. Guys, explain to our fans at home, what are we bringing to them tonight?
We are bringing one heck of a short track showdown. I don't know if a lot of people are familiar with the names in here, but you should be, because over half the field's probably been on here before. But with the amount of talent we've got in this room tonight, I expect to see probably just as good a battle as we saw last week in the real Snowball Derby.
Yeah, I expect nothing less, Thomas. I'm looking at these iRatings, and man, they're up there. And you check out the leaderboards; everybody's close in time. It's a fun little racetrack. I got a chance to turn some laps on it this week. Super Late Model's a great car. It should be some good racing.
Yeah, you touched on it. We have a really good mix of drivers in here. We have some past OCRL Sprint Cup champions. We have some pro quality drivers. I would say from top to bottom, anyone has had a chance to win a race on OCRL TV will say. We've most of these names you've seen battling up at the front, and we got 22 of these guys going to be trying to battle for an historic win here at the Five Flags Speedway. I know it's going to do it once.
Well, just go ahead and get out of the way early. But yeah, the amount of guys we have tonight, over 20 cars, you know how it goes on a short track. We're going to see some beating, some banging, some rubbing, and then hopefully some really intense racing here.
Yeah, you mentioned past OCRL champions. Our current Sprint Cup champion, Dalton England's in the field tonight. So it's going to be fun to watch him battle these guys all night long.
Yeah, just to show you the quality of drivers we have in here, we got Chuck Sweeting in third place. He was battling for a championship right to the very end in the Sprint Cup Series for the OCRL. We got Randall Fox. He's a Sprint Cup Series champion in the OCRL. Dalton England, you mentioned, our defending champion. He's only 12th right now. Other champions through the field. That just shows you how intense of a race this is going to be. And a track that's already difficult to pass on. Now put this high quality level of drivers in this field and expect them to do 175 laps here side by side, battling for every position. You're definitely in for some excitement.
And let's not forget the strategy tonight of you only have one set of tires to take. So when you're going to take those, are you going to play it out with cautions, or are you just going to run your own race? That's going to put a whole new spin on the field.
Yeah, that's definitely an interesting addition that the admins here for this race. This is not really associated with any series. This is kind of just a one-off exhibition race for some of iRacing's best. So they added a rule, like you said, Morris, where you're only allowed to take one pit stop for tires, whether that be 2 or 4. If you take one pit stop and only do 2, well, you can't come back in and get another 2. You're only allowed to pull out the jack and the tire changers once. So it's when you do it, where you do it, how many you do it, as in tires. It's going to be interesting to.
It's like a Nike ad.
Basically.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, to add to some more of the drama, isn't this a money race? Isn't there a payout to the winner?
Oh, yeah. There is a $50 win bonus, I believe, and if you start from the pole and opt to go to the very back and somehow manage to get through the carnage and back to the front and win, that's a $100 bonus there. So you get, well, another $50 bonus, a $100 payout then. So that's a pretty big purse for a one-off event.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, this is I know it's not the Snowball Derby, but it's the equivalent of a Snowball Derby, which is a pretty important race for short track racers. So I think they've put enough effort into this and made it enough important. So the prize money, the specialness, with the tire rules and stuff like that, and with it being just super late models, I think that's really going to make it that quality short track race everybody's come to love.
Looking at the top 5 times right now, we got about 5.5 minutes left in this practice. Right now, Jimmy Mullis in that 40 car. He is right now setting the quickest time at a 15.602. The top 5, though, is only separated by about a tenth, with second place being Carson Hocevar in the 14, and third place being that 26 car Chuck Sweeting that you guys have come to know here on OCRL TV.
Yeah, just looking through some of the times, not sure. Looks like he may hit a Q lap on that one because it's a one-off kind of one deal there, or a really hot race lap. So, gonna be pretty interesting to see who's got what in qualifying once we actually go to full-blown Q trim here.
Guys at home will get a chance. Every week you see OCRL action here on OCRL TV, and with a good amount of this field being either past OCRL drivers or current, you're going to get a good idea to see kind of where OCRL drivers rank with other drivers on the service, with drivers like Jimmy Mullis, Carson Hocevar, Jack Pellicer, excuse me if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, Jack, and Colton Davis. Those are names that we're not used to seeing race with these guys, so really got to get a good idea of the quality of drivers that we have and iRacing provides as well.
Yeah, without a doubt. I was listening to Randall in the drivers' meeting there. It's like I said before, it's gonna be a show. I think one way or another, it's gonna be some hurt feelings or some just exciting side by side, bumper to bumper action here.
Their goal is to simulate the Snowball Derby in real life, and I personally didn't watch the Snowball Derby, but I saw enough highlights to know that if they are able to translate what we've seen on track in real life in Pensacola, if we can translate that to this on the virtual field, you're going to enjoy your hour or so spent here at OCRL TV. That's for damn sure.
I would say this is a home track for some of these guys from Florida, but they've got so many good short tracks down there. I don't really want to throw them all on the banner of one, but I know this is a track that Gil himself considers a pretty good, well-known track for him. So I'm sure he's going to be someone to look out for tonight. Try and steal one of those hometown wins or home track wins.
You might know better than me, but I know for sure that Shannon Segler, he's from the state of Alabama. Pensacola, not that far from Alabama. Cody McCauley, is he also from Alabama?
I believe so, somewhere around in the area. Looks like we only have 2 from Florida, so that's a little home state, 3, sorry. Home state bragging rights there.
Same thing with, I believe Colby Franklin is from Alabama, so not that far away. So this is kind of from the South. If you live in the South and you like short track racing, you know Five Flag Speedway in Pensacola, and you sure as hell know what the Snowball Derby is. So the chance these guys are getting to have to race out a virtual one when they don't have a chance to do it in real life, it's no better feeling than this.
Yeah, fairly new track to the iRacing service as well. Only been here since season 3 of 2015, so not a whole lot of races have been ran here, so not a whole lot of data has been collected. So that might help us have a better show. We don't have a super team who's kind of hit on something, so.
Yeah, I mentioned this to you earlier, Morris, off camera. You know, I've never, I guess I've never seen this track. I'm from the state of Florida. Never seen this track. I've seen it in clips, but never really got an idea of how this track really is. I ran about 15 laps yesterday, and hands down, this might be one of like the most interesting short tracks I ever ran. It is a short track, and by short, I mean the straightaways. The straightaways are extremely short. With these corners, it almost feels like Dover. It just goes on and on and on forever, minus that is flat. But it's gonna bring an interesting product, I think.
And it's a fast racetrack too. Like you said, it's a half mile, and these guys are running 15.5-second laps, so they're getting around here quick.
Listening to Randall, he's playing admin.
Look at that tire home thing, pretty good there.
Yeah, Randall Fox, he's in the 00, but he's kind of one of the hosts of this race with his buddy Shannon. But he's laying it down. The drivers know. It's been told. You are only allowed to jack up your car once. It doesn't matter if you put 1 tire on it or 4. If that car jacks up once, that is your pit stop for tires. So
I alluded to that earlier off the stream, Fredericks. These guys who maybe want to make some handling adjustments on their car, you only get it one time. Because if you forget and try and make an air pressure adjustment and it changes tires, you're in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a, and it's not a simple penalty if you jack the car up.
Your night's over.
Yeah, it is a thanks for coming. See you next time. And by next time we mean next year. So.
Oh boy, rules.
Yeah, so we'll have our results at the end of this thing. You'll see a provisional winner, but it might take a few minutes to officially get our top 3 down for our post-race interviews, because the admins will be looking like hawks to make sure that everyone jacked up their car only once.
I feel like this will be like a Pirelli World Challenge race. You may have crossed the line first, but we're not quite sure if that's the winner.
I'll say this, just kind of random. The scenic camera kind of stopped on an interesting sign off of like turn 2, I think. It has the 2013 Young Guns. It had Daniel Hemrick and what's his name? Jones in the from the 20 car. He's up there.
Yeah, names are made here.
Yeah, that's these guys are gonna try to make it their virtual names be known here, and if they can grab $50 or $100 while having a little bit of fun, why the hell not?
Well, Randall said they plan on doing this year after year, so what better thing than to be the first ever winner of this event?
All right, boys, we're fixing to qualify.
Getting her done.
Rolls out first. It's going to be 22 cars probably rolling out all at about the same time, so it's going to be hard to catch. Looks like Dalton's going to be one of the first ones to roll here, with the 61 of Chandler Rubeck, new name here on OCRL TV. Who's furthest along. We'll go ahead and watch Chandler Rubeck. He seems to be the furthest along right now. Got 2 laps to get it done. I'll be interested to see if the first lap's the fastest or maybe gain a little momentum.
And I'll go ahead and let you know now, Fredericks, because I had to enter the race room for a little deal here. I can't see qualifying.
Oh, interesting. That'll do it. The 61, it looks like he'll be the first one to finish a lap here, and then the times are just going to jump up on this board pretty quickly. Chandler Rubeck, let's see what he comes across at 15.8. Our fastest right now, Dalton England. He's top of the board at a 15.695. He's continuing on lap 2 here.
And Chuck with a 53. About a 10th faster than what he ran in practice.
Ooh.
Absolutely. I believe that was one of your fantasy picks there I saw, Trey. Is that correct?
No, I told Chuck I was joking with him. I'm not gonna blast him.
About this time, Colton Davis will slot in P2 in that 71 car. For a little sponsorship on that 71, see if he can complete the lap. He's dropped to 3rd. Randall Fox up to 2nd.
But those are 2 RFR cars, if I'm not mistaken.
Sitting in 4th, it's an APC car. Shannon Segler, another one of the Randall Fox Racing. He'll slot in 5th.
All those cars are rocking the iTate sponsorship tonight.
Looking through the field, trying to see. Jake Pellicker, he had a good sliding off the corner there. That'll kind of end his run. He's going to slot in 7th. Joshua Gordon in the FedEx Express machine. He's in 8th. We'll kind of look for Jimmy Mullis. He is on track now.
Yeah, he's just pulling off pit road, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do.
We're going to focus in on him.
He was the fastest in practice.
Jumped to the top of the board.
Ooh, trash can, move him up to P1.
I saw he's been practicing for this. We ran a super late model league last night, I believe, in preparation for this.
He's going to have to pick up about 7/10 of a second from his practice time to jump to the top. If anyone can do it, it'll be him. So let's see. Ooh, he's gonna take another shot at it. Never completed that first lap, so he's gonna bring it back to the pits here. Give it another shot. Mr. Hollingsworth, he is also on track. I don't know if he's on a time lap yet.
Remember what I said? Some of these guys were sleeping in practice. Maybe working on race trim and didn't just kind of put some tape and lower the fuel.
Right. We're waiting for Carson Hocevar to roll out too. He's rolling too. So right now, Jimmy Mullis in that 40 in the 14 car. Right now, they're kind of rolling out at the same time. 14 car kind of has a gap coming out of the pits. So we'll see if the 14 car, he was, I believe, second in practice, gentlemen. And
yes, sir.
He's going to try to get it back up there. Once again, he's going to have to pick up about a 10th to get back where he was earlier. Jimmy Mullis about on track at the same time. So we'll see the 14 car's time first. Both are going to complete their lap. 14 car, move him to 6th. Jimmy Mullis, move him to 5th.
Actually slowed down. No, they picked up a little bit, but just not enough.
Yeah, the big pickup was John Ouellette. I don't even remember his practice time. He wasn't in the top 10, I don't
was an
believe.
82.
No, he was 9th. He ran a 82 in practice.
Huge pickup by John Ouellette. Yeah, we saw he ran a pretty, I guess, a highly competitive late model race last night here at this raceway. So not super surprising to see him in first, but seeing him with the names of Chuck Sweeting, Randall Fox, Jimmy Mullis, all these other guys, that is pretty surprising. So big shout out to the 8 car and John Ouellette.
Yeah, but okay, he's on the pole, but look at those times.
That is insane.
Yeah, wow. I mean, he beat Chuck by 1,000th of a second. That's something.
Let's see. It's easy to kind of lose a 10th anywhere on this track. If John Ouellette would have lost the 10th, that would have dropped him to about 8th place, 9th place. So, yeah, that's really close racing there. It's extremely hard to pass. So every 100th and every 1,000th here in qualifying is going to make a huge difference for the race.
So now, if you're John, what do? Do you go to the back and
Ooh,
take a run for that $100, or you just stay up there and race for the 50?
I mean, it's a one-off event. You gotta go for the cash.
They did it.
He's gonna do it.
I wasn't sure if he was gonna do it. I felt like someone like Chuck or Randall definitely would have went for it. I figured maybe John would have just went for the 50. I know I would have went for the 50 was me, just because I know I wouldn't be able to make my way back to the front. So even if I started on pole first off, but
No, you're like, come on, big junk, come on, big junk.
that's what I'm saying. So, but interesting strategy. So that he's going for the $100. So we'll keep an eye on that 8 car as he tries to work his way through the field. 175 laps sounds like a lot, but on a short track like this, it's going to go by quickly.
Not at 16 seconds a lap.
Yeah.
Well, they're starting to grid on the track. You wanna grid them up. We ain't gonna have a whole lot of time to do this.
That's right. Let's see if I can get this working on my end. Or right now they elevated. Is that no? That doesn't seem right. Jeff Hollingsworth.
It would be Cody McCauley on the pole.
I have to get my thing to work.
Oh, that's gonna make it fun. Should we just read the grid as it is, and then we'll move John back?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll roll. We're gonna give John Ouellette the credit for his pole, because I believe the inside line's gonna move up.
Yes.
All right, gentlemen. I think there's gonna be a quick 2-lap pace lap here behind that Porsche leading the field. So
Thanks, iRacing.
Yeah, let's run him down. Our pole sitter, John Ouellette, in that 8 car, you'll be seeing him drop to the back. He's racing for $100 tonight. Chuck Sweeting in the 26 car. He's racing for 50. Needs one more position. See if he can finish there. Row 1.
And right behind them in row 2, we have Cody McCauley and Randall Fox, 2 short track aces.
And behind them, we got Jimmy Mullis and starting on his outside, Colton Davis.
7th place in the next row, we got Carson Hocevar in that 14 car. 8th place is your defending OCRL Sprint Cup Series champion. He gets to say that for the next season. 8th place in that 19 car.
And right behind that fine gentleman, we have Scott Austin and Troy Lint. Scott Austin 2, sorry.
Yeah, and running 11th, one of OCRL's favorite drivers, Shannon Wreck 'em If You Can Segler, and Jack Pellissier, if that's how you say his name. Sorry, Jack, starting to his outside.
All right, and in row 6, we have definitely OCRL TV's favorite, Jeff Hollingsworth. Yes, the same Jeff Hollingsworth from the OCRL Sprint Cup Series. Outside of him, and also an old OCRL driver, Joshua Gordon. Love that guy.
And right behind him, we have Jake Champion and Colby Franklin looking to ruffle some feathers.
Starting 17th is Chandler Rubeck, and 18th, David Spencer.
The next row, we have another OCRL driver, James Duke in the 76, and old man Gil Gawk rolling off P20 in that 82 car.
Rounding out the grid, I believe it's just Todd Smith. I don't believe Danny gridded, or if he did, he's also an admin now, but definitely Todd Smith and Danny McCoon. That is your field of, what, 22 drivers? Wow.
All right, guys. First off, give a shout out to Wendell James, our stream team member. He's bringing you the cameras tonight. He's going to be making this show look pretty.
All right, pace car's in.
On green here. The first annual Snowball Challenge. Snowball Showdown, whatever it is.
Winter Showdown? There
Yeah.
we go. Professionals.
Wendell does it better.
Oh, they're already starting to stack up low there. So they're trying to get all they can on the outside, and here we go. Wrecking on the front stretch already.
Oh, still wrecking at turn 1. Big jump. Big jump.
That's a cluster. Did John Roulette get through that? He did.
Yeah, he was able to stop on the track.
Hero Gil's done, though.
51 cars. He's got his front end punched in, it looks like. Jeremy Johnson's through. James Duke looks okay. Oh, no, James Duke is pretty well trashed there. Little James is going to see if he can get you a replay.
Looks like the 71 was trying to stay off of Randall, who was, struggling, it looks like. And then he didn't know looks like the 19 was below him there, and that kind of just started the chain reaction of carnage.
We saw that coming. It was a bottleneck off that corner, and definitely there's not enough room there.
Colton Davis, it looks like, just kind of ran out of room. I mean, short track, so not much room to give anyway. But
Randall was extremely high.
His spin was kind of harmless. He was out of the way, but I think everyone saw it in front of them and were like, "Oh God!" And
the
just started freaking out.
23 and the 51. Those are two cars that locked up the brakes, and they just completely lost the front end. The 76-82, nowhere to go. They were victims of that.
And you looked at, got a replay from John Alouette in the cockpit. He was able to manage driving through there, so he avoided it. See if he can continue his march to the front.
We'll have
definitely a good catch there, though, Fredericks. That 23 just insta-locked the brakes there. Maybe too much rear brake in the car.
Yeah, it looked like the same from the 51. I'm gonna go back and look, but definitely probably a lot of rear brake in there to get the car to rotate. And when you hit the brakes kind of out of just freaking out with something happening in front of you, you probably hit it harder than you want to. Actually, the 51 kind of stopped in front of the 61 and then got punted. So, but yeah, 23 definitely just locked him up. And with those two cars spinning, that literally just closed the tunnel there, if you will.
There is nowhere to go here with walls on the inside and outside.
We'll leave it to Wendell James. No one's really on pit road right now. We'll let Wendell keep bringing you different replays of it. We can't really see what he shows you, but he's going to keep bringing you good views of that cluster. We only had a couple cars pit. The cars that pitted...
Wendell, who's bringing this Discord up stuff in the chat? They should be timed out immediately.
But we have... looking at pit stops, I think everyone that pitted was probably just fixing damage. First car that did pit's Dalton England. I don't know if he got in that accident. I'm going to review and see if he took tires, but he's definitely pitted a couple times. I think he pitted... God damn, did he? Oh, actually, he was the car on the inside, so he may have been fixing his fender. It looked like minor damage to the 19, if anything, but I'm going to take a look and see if he jacked that car up, and we'll see if he's officially our first guy to come down and just go ahead and get those... I don't know if we're on Hoosiers. We might be on Hoosiers, some fresh Hoosiers.
I believe it's Hoosiers.
I don't know. It's awfully early to take tires.
Let's see.
Unless you spun, I mean, even if you spun, you should probably really think hard about that.
Didn't look like the 19 car's on jack, so the one time he did pit was just, it looked like for damage fixing.
I don't know if you could take 4 tires here and get out. How slow are these pit stops in super late models?
19 pitted again. talking out loud here, seeing if anyone jacked up their tires. Everyone that's been coming to pit road, it looks like they've just been fixing damage.
Well, pace car's in, the leader's off. Here we go. See if we can get a lap under our belt.
What Cody wants to see.
A better start here. He bled out pretty bad that last restart. Oh, another wreck. Oh, big junk out of turn 1 there.
Caution's out again. Did that get John Ouellette? I heard sorry, John.
It definitely got Colby Franklin.
Well,
I mean, he was. Wow, he's been used like a rag doll.
Oh my God. I don't know what the hell happened. That full field check in, and you had a dart without feathers come flying in.
The 71 got damaged from like a lag bubble there.
It's like a dart without feathers come flying in there.
Trying to take a look and see where this started.
Just like the bottom line checked up. Just typical.
It looked like it kind of started with the 8 car. Yeah, it started from basically the 72, and that was like 5-6 cars ahead of the incident. That's how fast checking up causes these incidents. And by the time it got back to the 54, it was too late.
The poor 19.
Yeah, the 19 just.
Oh, that's Dalton, isn't it? Oh man.
Yeah. This car didn't look that bad, does it?
Hell, it took a hit though.
I mean, it's a late model. These things are meant to be beat around a little bit, but. I don't know if anyone's ticking tires yet at this point. It's going to be hard to follow. The 71 definitely did that. Tired.
I think the 51, is that 51? Yeah, I think he might be done for the night.
Wow. Well, I told you it'd be exciting, but we were hoping to race a little bit.
These guys on pit lane, they're not going to have time to sit around and do much, let alone damage repair. You're not going to get, I don't know if you can get 4 tires if you get in a wreck and have to catch back up.
Absolutely. Our top 14 cars have still not visited pit roads, and they've, of course, used no tires, which makes sense. We're on lap 11, for Christ's sakes.
Nice to see there's a barbecue in pit lane.
John Ouellette was technically in that incident, but his car looks completely clean. We're keeping an eye on him because he's our $100 competitor.
We should have had a graphic on that. $100 man.
He is our $100 man, John Ouellette. A little bit more exciting than he was hoping, I believe.
I mean, already back up to 13th. That's pretty good.
This is what he wanted. He was hoping that there would be some instances in the middle of the field.
If he wanted it right around him, though.
Just not with him around it. You're absolutely right there.
Got a gaggle of cars on pit road. Don't look like anybody took tires yet. Must be fixing damage.
A lot of damage control at this point. Even under caution, they're doing about, 37 seconds under caution. So by the time you get into your pit stall, you might be able to spend 15, 20 seconds on.
And that pit lane is not small.
Yeah. But I mean, so they're going to keep pitting just because they literally, by the time the crew gets over the wall to put on some tape, they already got to get on the other side of the wall at the car go.
And we're already one to go.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone expected this to not have a few cautions to start with all the guys in here, but I feel like it's going to sort out at some point here.
Big credit to Randall Fox for bringing his Porsche here to the track to lead the field under caution. But race reset, Cody McCauley, Chuck Sweeting, Jimmy Mullis, Carson Hocevar, Randall Fox, your top 5 as we're about to go green again.
Randall definitely using that JRM money to a good purchase there.
All right, we're green. 40 car didn't quite get a great jump there, but nice and easy for Cody McCauley as he takes it into turn 1.
Hey, but we're going to make a lap here.
Yeah, let's see. I was not live, sorry. I'm new at this.
Yeah.
We might make 2 in a row here.
Don't you get crazy. What? They better get their act together. This 2 car is going to stink up the show.
It's like Chandler Rubeck is having some quality issues. He's pulling down.
Yeah, he said he's getting out of the way.
Yeah, it's a nice move on his part.
Oh, he's going to come to pit lane. Wow.
Yeah.
Gentleman move by the 60.
I was going to say, please don't stop on track, because with iRacing's new caution service, it would bring out a yellow.
All right, now we're finally got some green flag running here. Cody McCauley got about a 7/10 gap to Randall Fox, who also has a 7/10 gap to 4th place Carson Hocevar. Now we'll get to see some racing.
Yeah, I think that kind of jumbled up enough. Well, that really took out enough cars right there, so people are going to get settled in here and see what they got.
Biggest gaggle of cars right now, I'd say, from Jeff Hollingsworth in 6th on back to about 9th. That's Jack Pellicer. We'll figure that out at some point there, Jack, in 9th place. Is the
I don't know if we brought this up. This is an open setup race, by the way, in case anyone was wondering. So definitely, a setup can come into play.
Absolutely, and we heard rumblings from certain drivers about that right rear tire being a thing, if you will, here. So some guys might be managing their tires, and other drivers might be going from the get-go. So might see some comers and goers.
Definitely, I think you can play it smart. You have to pit once for fuel, we believe. Maybe we're not 100% sure on that, but you should 175 laps. So you want to play it smart, but make sure you don't leave. You don't want to leave any tire on the table before you make that pit stop.
5 car made the pass on the 13, the 28 underneath the 13. That is for 8th and 9th. Big champion, he'll move that Dodge super late model back to 9th place.
Solid clean pass, though.
Yeah, it was. We'll take a look at that 26 car. That's Chuck Sweeting. He's running in 5th. Not really putting pressure on that 14 yet, but he's within striking distance. See if he ends up making a run out.
Yeah, Chuck's a veteran racer, just like Hollingsworth. I'm sure he's trying to just get his groove on and get settled, and he likes these long run races, and you try to pick him off.
Well. Look who broke back into the top 10 already.
He's coming fast. $100 man, as Thomas Morse is going to call him, getting up to 10th within 25 laps. Those cautions, though, probably resulted in a brown coat, if you will. It kind of helped him manage any chance of falling behind, I guess. I don't know.
It's like the 46 car with some major engine woes there. Going to bring it to pit lane.
Another one. Yeah, there's another one smoking on the track.
Now, the 12 car. Who was that? David Spencer. That car is laying down some oil. To pull to the inside.
Another one of the iTate machines, it looks like. Maybe got that tape a little bit wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does the series have percentage or tape, or is it just racing qualifying?
No idea. We're already, this track is so small, you're going to see lap traffic pretty fast. James Duke is already a lap down. Joshua Gordon, a high-quality driver, Joshua Gordon, for those of you that don't know him. He's running in 15th, a little off the pace. The front end's pushed in. That's probably not helping him any.
Yeah, got some Denny Hamlin damage there.
Also, slowly but surely, Jimmy Mullis is pulled away from Randall Fawkes in 3rd and is slowly catching Cody McCauley in that 2 car.
And just to answer your question, Morris, the tape adjustments in the garage are minimum 25, 50, 75, full.
Whew, so yeah, you could definitely get that wrong in a hurry.
Oh, yeah.
One click could get it wrong. We're not talking 1% like in the top-level NASCAR series.
What happened to the good old days of just race and qualifying?
I know, right?
Turn that acceleration meter all the way up, boys.
That's too far back. Definitely looks like McCauley's kind of starting to fall off just a little bit there.
Looking at the times, everyone's pretty close, especially the top 5. They're all within the same 10th bracket.
Looks like they've done this before.
Might have. A couple guys outside the top 10 that I'm surprised about. Dalton England, Shannon Segler sitting in 11th and 12th. Still early, but I know Dalton's kind of been through the ringer there a couple times early in this race, so he might just be wanting to get he might just want to get into a rhythm here at this point. Joshua Gordon going to make it nice and easy.
Traffic. Yeah, definitely. He's definitely closing in on him, though.
Yeah. Pulling away from Randall Fawkes. That gap back to 3rd is now 2.5 seconds. So these 2 guys are definitely seem to be the fastest cars on track.
I know from Cody's background, he's always in love with the short track, so definitely was one of the favorites coming in.
Well, we definitely settled down a little bit. Still some good racing throughout the field, but pretty much single file with a bunch of individual battles, and it's letting those top 2 pull away from Randall.
Yeah, it looks like John's got on the back of Hollingsworth here, but that's about as close as he's gotten so far.
Hollingsworth will probably make it nice and easy there for $100 man. Nice and easy it will be. John Ouellette up to P7 from the back of the field.
I think we all know the strategy for John now. It's like he wants to get up as far as he can, and then maybe get a yellow, so he can reset and then make a run towards the front. Because his times are pretty competitive back in traffic.
Yeah, without a doubt, he's if someone is not saving the right rear tire, it'd be John Ouellette, because basically he has no choice. You can't sit back in the back of the field and not try to rip your way through it, because next thing you know, you're lap traffic. So he's definitely going forward.
Well, he had to avoid 2 wrecks already, so I'm sure he's angered those tires a little bit, and yeah, like you said, I'm sure he wants to get as far as he can, then hopefully get a yellow and put freshies, 4 freshies, and make his charge up to the front again.
Yeah, when he's in clear track, he's running just as quick as the leaders. So.
Look through the field. Chuck Sweeting basically keeping that same distance to Carson Hocevar in that 14 car. No pressure from either driver. No pressure from the 14 to defend. No pressure from the 26 to make a move. They're just chilling there in 4th and 5th. Scott Austin, a name we really haven't seen yet. He's the next one to get under pressure by John Ouellette. He's in 6th, so good run by Austin, Scott Austin there in that 5 car, as he'll just drop back to 7th.
Yeah, we got to see some different names cycling through finally. Well, I don't know if Macaulay was just playing with the field a little bit, but he's kind of turned the pace back up here.
Definitely he's kind of stretched it on the 40. They really haven't come across more lap traffic yet. The next driver they'll be looking at will be the 54 car of Todd Smith in that Dodge. So we'll see how long it takes for him to catch him. Eventually, once he gets up to P12 of Jake Champion, then he's going to be in heavy lap traffic, because everyone's
that's the field.
Pretty close. Yeah, that's the back of the field there. So that's when things might get interesting.
That's well, the pressure starts mounting on those guys too, because they know, well, the leader's coming, so we've got to get to the front. You're gonna start making moves you wouldn't normally make, I'd say.
You're absolutely right, Morris. You talked about that 8 car and the pace he's running. I just looked at his last lap, which was in clear traffic. He ran the fastest lap of all the drivers on track, and he's only 1.5 seconds behind Chuck Sweeting. So, be no time before John Ouellette in 6th from the 22nd starting position will be knocking on the top 5.
Looks like someone in the chat said $100 trash can. Oh, you active chat tonight.
Oh, you. Once again, anyone watching at home, if you're not a regular at OCRL TV, first off, welcome. And if you are a regular, definitely stay tuned to the end. We have, maybe not that exciting of a news, but a little bit of news for you guys.
I mean, it's earth-shattering.
Yeah, I mean, shut it down. And it's not Jeff Davis getting a new car number. It's actual news. Definitely stay tuned to the end, and we'll let you know what we have for you coming next season here on OCRL TV.
You mean the Google Chrome announcement wasn't enough?
I mean,
that's a different thing.
Oh.
But Google Chrome, if you're listening, we would honestly love your support on this side too.
On a scale of Google Chrome to Jeff Davis announcement, this is somewhere in the middle.
Oh, Chuck. No, that wasn't Chuck. That's the 28 car of Jack.
Jack Pellicker, that's going to bring out a caution. Ooh, this is an interesting time to do it. The 13 car got him.
Ooh,
Jake
little
Champion.
contact. Yeah, it looks like the 13 got a little loose going in.
Wendell bring that to you. It was almost a simple slide for the 28, and then he met the right wall there.
All right, here's your dilemma. You come in now and take them?
That's what I was thinking. This is an interesting time for a caution to come out, because now...
It's still early.
It is. Ooh, the 2 cars looking. Yep, they're going to do it. If you're coming down pit road, you're taking tires, without a doubt. Todd Smith will be a wave around.
Well, you're going to need fuel, so do you just take the fuel now? Because it'll be a faster pit stop if you just come in and get tires later on.
You would be taking a chance, though, that a caution doesn't come out, then you have to pit under, well,
now.
I guess you don't need tires, theoretically. Let's see if the 2 car jacks that car up.
Yeah, you don't have to pit for tires, honestly.
Ooh, 2 car overdrove the pit stall, first off. The 40 car has not jacked his car up, on my screen, at least.
This is the part where iRacing tells us the jack physics are broken?
Yeah, so it looks like no one has jacked the car up, but it might just be on our end. I did not see one car jack their car up.
Those are too quick for
Tires.
You have to take tires. It'd be well over 12 seconds.
We'll definitely try to get an update for the rest of you as we go. Like a lot of guys pitted later. The 97 car's just now coming down pit road. Wonder if the pit road opened a little early. Drivers didn't expect it. I don't know. Either way.
Stay at a lead lap, maybe.
For what?
Why would you do that?
That's stupid, Morris. Jeez.
Because it gets you in the next round of the chase.
Where John Ouellette. I'm gonna kind of look through here. Definitely, I'll have my executive producer remind me when we're about to go green. That way, I stay live. But let's see if I can find anyone that took tires. It's so hard to tell, but I mainly want to look at John Ouellette because
he did not take tires.
I haven't seen anyone take tires.
Yeah, I haven't seen tires yet. Just
it's only lap 50. There's no way
he pitted. Probably took fuel.
Woody McCauley definitely didn't.
You have 125 laps to go. I don't know why you take them now.
Absolutely.
The fuel was you're done. I don't think you need any more fuel after that. You're just gonna come in, probably take rights, and then be done.
Well, I'm sure these guys came in here with a planned strategy. They've been practicing for what, week, probably 2 weeks, working on the long run because they know they can only change tires once. They probably have a lap number in mind of where they want to take tires, and I'm sure they get the fuel out of the way now. And like you said, Morris, the next time it's just tires and maybe right sides only.
I don't believe Mr. Randall Falk stopped at all.
Yeah,
no, he didn't.
I looked through the field, guys. I did not see anyone take tires, at least anyone that was running up front. So right now we're still on the same tire strategy. 00 car, Randall Falk.
Top 4 stayed out, it looks like, because Jimmy's in 6th or 5th. 5th and 6th for Jimmy and Cody.
And we're green. Randall Fox has a huge jump with, I believe, his teammate Shannon Zegler looking to get a run. Nice and easy. Someone's gone. Ooh, Jimmy Mullis is back. Welcome back there.
Whew, that's a little heart-stopping there.
Actually charging the corner. We'll see if Jimmy Mullis can start picking him up and laying him down. Doesn't really have any fresher tires than anyone else, but definitely showed one of the fastest cars.
A little heavier on fuel.
You know, that is interesting. I mean, I guess if you're pitting for tires at some point anyways, you might as well have just saved the fuel for then. So I'm with the strategy of Randall and Shannon. Why not stay out? There's really no benefit just to pit for fuel, unless you wanted to make adjustments, of course.
Yeah, I should have known how to pit these cars. It should do fuel and tires at the same time.
Yeah, so I
don't know. You get some fresh rubber on these cars, and take that fuel weight out of it.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm sure they have some good adjustments. Maybe it's a little bit faster to do it that way. So we'll see.
Now that's a good question. 175 laps, you would need fuel at some point. Maybe not a lot, but you would need fuel. You would think, Morris?
At least like 4 or 5 gallons, you would think. I know Randall said earlier he did 90 laps on 7 gallons or something crazy like that. So just a little bit would get you somewhere.
So even then, I guess if you take your tires when you're Randall in the 72, just put enough where it will be light at the end. So either way, I mean, I'm with it. I was wrong at Homestead about Thomas Morris's strategy, so I'm not the guy about strategy. But I am a fan of what Randall and especially Zegler. Zegler was way in the back as he's making a move on his teammate.
Yeah, track position is more important than anything, but they better not look behind him because Jimmy's coming.
Yeah, this might be all for naught. Definitely is going to be a good strategy for the 72 because he was at the back of the pack. So with him leading now,
it hasn't worked out for Cody though.
No, that's just all the people that stayed out, and the fact that he blew through his pit stall. He went from your leader all the way back to 7th, behind some very tough cars with John Ouellette cracking the top 5. That's another guy, one of the fastest guys you're gonna have to deal with if you're gonna battle for a win. He was your pole sitter, so it's definitely gonna be hard for Cody to get back up to the front.
Now I know this is gonna sound a little crazy. I don't think they could probably run 175 laps on 1 tank of gas. And you definitely don't want to pit under green here. But what if this race goes green from now to the end?
Then you're screwed if you stayed out.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a long shot. I don't see it happening. But I mean, we've seen some crazy things.
And that was the one thing I was thinking about not taking tires yet. I knew it was way too early in the race to take tires. But like you said, what if it goes green and then you're like, crap, now I'm basically going to finish this race on 1 set because you're not going to want to pit for tires. You're going to go multiple laps down here when it would stop. I'm going to guess 3 at the minimum. So
and Jimmy was able to pass the lead. But we're talking about tires, and I'm looking at the lap times. Jimmy Mullis, our leader, his fastest lap time was 15.9. His last lap was a 16.3, and
So I take them.
we're lap 68. They're not falling off that much.
Now they did reset. They kind of went through a cycle there, but you are absolutely right, because I'm looking at the times from the first stint, and from his fastest lap to his fastest lap before the caution, he was a 16.3. That's what he ran before that caution came out. So literally dropped a half a second. Yeah, that sounds like a lot. It is a lot on a short track, really, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not worth pitting an extra time for.
No, you can manage that for the whole race.
Yeah.
Well, plus two, at the beginning of the race, we had all those caution laps, so that just stretches your tire usage even more.
And we're talking about a track that's under half a mile. 60 laps is not a lot. It's not a whole lot on a short track. It's not like 60 laps at Atlanta.
You're not. If you pit for tires, you're going to lose. Saying if this goes green, let's say it goes green, and you're debating whether you should pit for tires or not, you're going to lose. What would you guys guess? 60 plus seconds on pit road at the minimum, and you're only going to lose a half a second a lap. Let's say you would need 60 laps.
Oh, well, here you go with math again.
I know. You would need 120 laps to make that up.
Listen, let's just make this easy. The only reason you would have pitted there is for fuel, or if you took tires there, it would have been because your car was terrible and you needed to make an adjustment, which no one took tires, so...
If this goes green, you're not pitting unless you need fuel, plain and simple.
Yeah, you're going to have to ride it out from here and hope someone causes a caution. I think James Duke's still in here.
Guys, $100 man, that 8 car in the podium spot now, P3.
Telling you, fastest car before that caution, so...
He's still the fastest right now. Give or take, he's running about the same time as Jimmy Mullis there, but see as this cycle goes.
And I think Mr. McCauley there is kind of letting him open the doors in front of him. He's just going to follow him on through.
Smart move, definitely, because the bottom lane's the way to go, obviously.
That's James Duke apparently is listening to the chat while racing.
What we said about him, though.
Yeah. That's a super fan right there.
Hello, James. How you doing, bud? Waits 20 seconds.
It's kind of like you've got the pack up front running together that are still clean cars, and you've got all these guys back here with front end damage. With Josh and Todd and, who's that in front of him? Is that Jake? Yeah.
Jake lost the lap somewhere down the line.
He got in an incident on pit lane. Someone stopped in front of him, and he had to come back in again and get his car fixed again.
Only in
Florida. It's not your day. It's not your day.
Now I guess we could test our executive producer skills and see if he can find a replay of that.
You have to show it already. I don't know if he caught it.
Okay. I missed it, so who knows?
I only caught it because he said something.
He said,
who the heck stopped on pit lane? And I was like, what are you talking about? Oh.
Luckily for us, we can look at whatever we want. Wendell can only look at what he's showing the fans at home, so...
I mean, Wendell can look at whatever he wants. People probably will be a little upset, though.
Well, Wendell's got multiple screens. I'm sure he's keeping himself busy. So, Cody McCauley, that battle for second is the hottest battle on track right now, I'll say. Nose to tail from second to fourth.
I don't believe Segar is going to hold him off for long here, because this car's
here he goes. He's moving into P2, our $100 trash can.
I said I was going to talk about the history of Shannon Segler. He's not going to go down easy, but you really don't have a choice here when you're stuck on the outside line.
Just not seeing the speed out of his car or Randall's car tonight. It just kind of looks like a little, maybe they set up for a really long run, but I don't think it's come to him yet.
Randall was one of those that mentioned, some drivers might be saving the right rear tire. The way he was saying that, I assumed that was him. So maybe that's why, or maybe they just kind of missed it. We'll find out, obviously, after the race. But, woo, loosey, that 2-car.
Loosey-goosey.
But definitely a good call. We're going to debate about, if they have to pit for fuel again if this goes green. But this definitely was a right move for the 72 because I think he was outside the top 10, if I recall. And he's in fourth, and he's got a lot of cars between him and outside the top 10 again. So right now, so far so good. That was a good strategy call by whoever's on the boot on the pit box there for the 72 of Shannon Segler.
Yeah, that's a net gain.
Yeah, well, like you guys said, track position here is everything. So get up there. You never know what can happen.
Especially if we get a late yellow. I mean, it doesn't matter. Your car can be half a second off the pace. As long as you can hold the bottom and take a couple hits, you'll be all right.
Guys, it's going to be no time before we're looking at John Ouellette battling for the lead. It is coming. He's coming fast. Not window fast, but fast.
Oh. Not a 3-second man there. Not a 3-second man.
That was John Ouellette got about 1.5 tenths on Jimmy Mullis there. So and he's dragging Cody McCauley with him. Cody's doing a good job of kind of sticking with him.
Yeah, Cody was quicker than Jimmy, so in theory, the battle should be between John and Cody. But honestly, passing someone's different than catching them. So.
If we look at our lap leader,
yellow.
Oh, yellow's out for Carson.
Ooh, is that our old man Josefar there?
I believe so.
Yeah, little spin through 1 and 2, kind of bagged on the wall a little bit.
Ooh, I mean, barely.
No,
yeah.
he didn't. No.
I don't think he's even going to lose a lap, so no harm, no foul. He was running at about the position he is now. I don't think he even lost the position, really, so just kind of a single car spin.
Give that an 8.5.
Guys, this is hands down easy choice. Come in for tires.
Or
yeah,
is it?
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, if you're one of those guys in the back that came in last time and took fuel and got the fuel to go the way, why not give it a shot?
What happened?
John stayed out.
A bunch of cars did.
Actually, John's saving fuel. Interesting.
I don't think he took tires last time. Maybe he doesn't think tires are that important. I mean, track position's
Obviously, they're
huge,
not.
so- but I mean, fuel only for the cars on pit road. I'm hearing from our executive producer.
Todd Smith finally taking tires.
14 car Carson Hocevar. He's obviously taking tires because those things are about as bald as, I don't know. No one I know is bald, but someone's bald. Or
We
balding.
better hurry. He's gonna get a lap. No, he made it.
Balding
Okay.
is Eric Mickey, if you will.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to take 4 tires in the back and stay on late laps. It's not gonna happen.
Interesting. I would think.
Yeah, 23-second pit stop there, just taking tires.
Interesting strategy by so.
Well, we'll see what their times are.
Yeah, let's see. So John Ouellette, Cody McCauley, Shannon Segler, Scott Austin, Chuck Sweeting, I'd assume stayed out. Jimmy Mullis, I know he pitted. I don't think he took tires though. We'll maybe get a check on that. 19 cars pitting again. I don't know if he took tires. I'll rewind and take a look. Just let me know when we go live. The 19 car, his first time through, he didn't pit. Or he didn't take tires. He's rolling on pit road now. If he takes them now. See why not? Look at the luck. Interesting strategy. I mean, we're at past halfway.
Yeah, I mean times have. It looks like times have stabilized around the 16.3, 16.4. So why pit until you see the cliff?
We see this at tracks like Martinsville, where it's so important. Yeah, you'll be a little faster with fresh tires. You always will be faster with fresh tires, but not enough that it's worth giving up the track position. So, if...
I mean, Munger's not here, so you know you're getting chrome horns. So.
he definitely took... All these guys have taken fuel. Let's go ahead and assume they're all good on fuel, because everyone is pitted at some point for fuel. So, basically John Ouellette, I would say he's just going to stay out the rest of the way. I don't know.
He's saving fuel like he should.
But you know what? If you're Jimmy Mullis, why come in and pit if you're not going to take tires?
Right. Back in the field up there, and we're green.
Late start there. John was asking for a delayed green so he could plug his headset in. That might get interesting.
Ooh, Cody McCauley. Gonna try to make this work early. Gotta change the position back there, it looks like. Someone's stuck on the outside. Is that Randall? There's a lot of cars there waiting if he's stuck.
Yeah, once again, he kind of...
Oh,
No, that's not Randall.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Chuck Sweeting.
Yeah,
Wrong
whoever
Randall
gets stuck
car.
up there, you just can't get back down.
Get a gap there from his old buddy Jeff Hollingsworth.
There's a fresh face in the top 3. Scott Austin in the top 3. It's been hovering around the top 5, but not a podium spot here of late.
We got a battle for the lead here at the front. Cody McCauley, he's led 52 laps so far in this race out of the 97 we've done.
Ooh,
He's
big
back to
wiggle
the
on the
point.
Yeah.
John Ouellette's going to fall back to third. Scott Austin, little known name to us. I'm sure a big name on iRacing. He's up to P2.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting there. That you do not want to get up off the bottom, it looks like. This is not a multi-group racetrack.
Randall Fox got by Jimmy Mullis. Move
That's,
him up.
that's pretty interesting, too, because Jimmy's been pretty stout on the short and long run.
They are stacked up behind that 8 car there. Looks like the 8 car has lost a lot of momentum here. God, it's closer. Probably closer than...
Well, he's probably, you guys talking about that right rear tire, he probably wore it out coming through that field.
I wonder if he has any sound if his headset died.
That's true, because yeah, that'll do it.
That'll make your day a little bit harder.
Oh, our $100 man. There's a lot of cars waiting to make a move on him. He is not in the right lane. He's already back to 6th now with another car looking at 14 car. He's in 5th. That Carson Hocevar, he spun last time. That worked for him. He's your first car with tires.
On.
Yeah, he's your first car with tires.
Keep an eye on him.
That was a nice controlled spin for him. He was ready for tires. I don't know. But he's looking all over the 40 car, Jimmy Mullis.
Now, if it goes green from here, the 14 looks like a genius.
Oh, yes. Because there is enough time to get around 4 more cars.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when you're running about a tenth and a half faster than they are.
Yeah, absolutely. And then how convenient that if that ends up playing out, he was the last caution for him to get tires. Obviously, it wasn't on purpose. I'm not pointing fingers. It's just ironic. But yeah, he's definitely the fastest car on track. You can tell who got tires. Definitely him, because he, like you said, Trey, 2 to 3 tenths a lap faster. He's going to close in on these guys fairly fast.
Yeah, he had some clean track that last lap. He ran a 16.1, so our leader ran a 16.4, so about 3 tenths a lap faster.
Todd Smith definitely has tires too. You mentioned it. He's up to P6, going to be looking at P5.
Well, he was the lucky dog, was he not?
Yes, he was. Tires do matter at this point, I would say. When you've gone 100 laps, Jimmy Mullis letting him by. Move that Dodge up to 5th in the 54 car.
Yeah, known.
Yeah, Hillbilly Accent said, "Let me by."
Todd Smith, he's an Alabama boy.
You put money on the line. Todd Smith's been short.
Right. Using up all the track there. The 54 car, I don't think is handling very well. I think he's just got fresh tires.
Without a doubt.
Carson Hocevar, he's already up to P3, and he's about to be knocking on Randall Fox's door. There's a cluster there at the lead there, Wendell. Second, this 2-car 0-0 in the 14.
Gonna let him go, looks like.
Randall says, "I'll follow you through, bud."
I mean, you're just helpless. You can't fight him all. He's gonna get the center rotation underneath you and just drive off.
Look at that drive off, Morris. You mentioned it. Look at that. That is easy.
I mean, are you guys kind of surprised that more cars didn't pit for tires? I mean, we only had 2, or
I was at the time. I thought it was halfway. Why not?
That was a gamble, I guess. I mean, he almost went a lap down doing it.
I mean, this is hindsight. I don't want to play too much into that because it's easy for us to say, "Dang, y'all should have took tires. Look at the 14." But really, I thought from the get-go, this is halfway. Cut your race in half, get your tires, race it out. We'll see how it plays out because, once again, if a caution comes out with 20 laps to go, these guys get tires. Well, now things switch. But I wouldn't have taken a chance and waiting for a caution at the end to take your tires. I would have taken it halfway. Like
the problem now is though, there's not going to be that big of a delta.
Right.
Like when they pit, he's still got. I mean, he's in the 1s and 2s. They'll be in the 1s and 2s as well. It's not like they're on 100 lap tires. He's on 20 lap tires. So.
And the longer this thing goes green, the easier the 14 is. It's like the further along he's going to get, and he's going to start lapping cars and make it even more difficult. Though
the longer this goes green, the worse it is for everybody else because they are in trouble.
Absolutely. That 76 car is still on track. Mr. Dukes.
Yeah, I saw him in the chat saying, haha, that wasn't his caution.
Ooh, did I hear a wreck?
Red almost hit him. Or that's Cody, I guess, sorry.
It looks like Todd's ill-handling car is now equal his tires, so 54 is not moving forward anymore. He's going to let John Ouellette go for 5th.
One wonders if the fix that maybe has burnt the tires off.
Well, more than likely. I kind of saw that coming. The 14 car, he showed in practice he had a fast car, so him with fresh tires was huge. The 54 had been beat around enough. Definitely doesn't have the resources some of these other guys have. Tires can only help you so much at that point.
Gotta say, I mean, Cody,
Equalized,
Randall,
right?
not turning terrible times.
It's definitely equalized. Randall's not lost any ground to Carson since Carson got the lead, really.
I mean, let's face it, the 14 needs to make as much ground as he can because he spun last caution. He wasn't cautioned, so clearly his car wasn't handling the best.
Right, yes. With some sparks there, may have just rubbed that wall. That is easy to do. In the 15 laps I did yesterday, I probably hit it on 11 of the laps I did. You just keep coming out and out and out, and then you just slide it into the wall. Especially with the right rear hanging out. It likes to hang out.
Giggity.
Hmm.
It's like, just looking through the field, looks like John's got his composure back to him, back in the fours, so maybe he got his headset plugged in.
Jimmy Mullis, kind of not showing the speed he was earlier. Honestly, Randall Fox is... I'm going to take a look through back through the field. He's running about what you would if you had fresh tires. I don't think he took tires. I'm going to look, but him and Carson are the only ones running the times they are. Everyone else is running what you would expect for drivers on older tires.
Randall, he may have pitted because his last pit stop was 29 seconds.
Let's take a look.
That's a long pit stop.
Yeah, I'm under the belief he may have, because he said he was going to take tires about halfway. Let's take a look.
Well, while you're looking that up, looking for a battle, not really seeing one. Chuck and Todd, looks like Chuck's kind of getting away from Todd.
You know, it's crazy. The 00 stayed on pit road longer than Carson did. Carson definitely took tires. We saw his car jack up, but the 00 does not jack up from what I see. So I guess he just
took more fuel?
Yeah, it's interesting. Well, keep in mind he did stay out that one caution and didn't have...
That's true, yeah.
So,
yeah.
okay, that makes sense. He just, right now, Randall's showing the speed on the long run. He is basically slowly reeling in Carson Hocevar, who has fresh tires. So Randall's car was definitely, hey, you mentioned it, maybe saving the right rear tire. Worked out in his favor at this point.
For now, excuse me, for now, but one more caution and we could see things flip-flop again.
Yeah, I don't believe he wants that caution because he's showing speed on the long run. He didn't really show it on the short run. The short run speed was those of Jimmy Mullis, John Ouellette, Cody McCauley. They definitely were the short run cars. So Randall likes the way the pace is going now. Another caution, everyone on fresh tires.
I
Maybe
think John
not
wants
the
one though.
double zero string. Oh man, John Ouellette's gonna turn into a party. We get another caution. Gonna make
trash
a look
cans for everyone.
Making a look on that 5 car as we speak for 4th. Got Austin, making it nice and easy for him.
Yeah, hit the live button.
No, I am live.
Yeah, Trey. God.
You have a live button. All right, Morris, your turn.
I live in the live button. Thank you very much. Now, Scott Austin, pretty clean tonight. Just kind of keeping his nose on the car and running the laps here.
Shout out to him. Jack Champion looking like it'd be the next car to go a lap down, and then we'll only have 10 cars left on the lead lap. Honestly, 10 cars on the lead lap after 100 laps, 100 plus laps, that's pretty good, I'd say, for a short track. For what I expected.
We would have had more if we wouldn't have the carnage at the start.
Right,
It's just
right.
what's left. So yeah, a typical short track. Definitely seeing Jimmy and Segler is about the closest battle I'm seeing right now for position.
13 car, he'll move a lap down. We have 10 cars on the lead lap, the last of them being Jeff Hollingsworth in that 97.
Which to our regular viewers of the OCRL, you hardly ever see Jeff Hollingsworth go a lap down.
I don't think I've ever seen him get lapped.
Right, that kind of shows you his how tough this field is. The heavy lap traffic there for Randall. That was almost 3 wide. Bottleneck there off that corner. Buddy McCauley's really dropped back there.
Oh, the 13 sideways.
Maybe,
Yeah, I believe his car's starting to suffer, I do believe.
Hey guys, speaking of looking through the field, how
Got
about
a
we
Speaking
caution
of
now.
cautions for the 40.
Yeah, looks like that's just a loop-de-loop.
No, that would be some contact with his buddy Shan Segler, I believe.
He did a good job. I
But
think he
he
gassed it up, I think, to keep it on.
Oh,
I believe
72
he
used all
had
the
it
track.
saved, but he got up, maybe up in the marbles.
No harm, no foul, really, for the 40. How about that? All right, so Carson Hocevar, he's stuck where he is now. He's not going to be coming to pit road. There's no reason to unless he's going to make adjustments. Cars are pitting and Randall's not. Randall may have took a tire. I don't understand why some of these guys aren't pitting.
If you don't pit here, you're not pitting. It's 40 to go.
Well, Cody McCauley, he's going to be one of the first drivers to be ripping his way through the field. This has got to be tires. Let's see if this jack works.
Boy, those are some tiny pit stalls.
All right, so the
there he
five cars
yep.
jacking.
Scott,
72's jacking.
26. Everybody's taking tires.
All right, so right now, Randall Fox, we are under the belief he has not taken tires at all this entire race. Carson Hocevar, he's locked in on his tires. Todd Smith is now coming down pit road. I don't understand this pitting after everyone else thing. Like the field is splitting.
So.
The field will have to. Yeah, he's pitting with the lap cars. He can't take tires. So I'm gonna keep an eye on him, make sure he knows that. All right, so he's good. The race is gonna reset. Jake Champion went a lap down. He is gonna be your lucky dog. He should be at least. Jimmy Mullis, he's on pit road. 40 car is jacking up right now. So he'll be on his fresh tires. Cody McCauley, he's going to line up restarting fourth with the freshest tires in the field. That is going to be the fun to watch.
What, not much time to go anywhere.
I'll say that really worked out for Cody McCauley. For him to take his tires and end up in fourth, that worked out for him. So might be, I don't know if a race-winning move. He's really going to have to work hard to get around some of these guys, but so far so good.
I don't think Randall's going to let him go.
No, absolutely not. Todd Smith is kind of there.
Yeah, and the two, he really needed those tires. You know, he was running like sixes, so
definitely seemed to have. And that might be the case we talked about drivers saving the right rear. We saw Cody McCauley get out to a lead early and really battling hard, so he may have been one of those not saving right rear tire. Kind of wait for this to reset. I was going to ask if you guys wanted to go through the field before that last caution, but we'll do that at some other point, or maybe we will.
I'll be at the end because there won't be many laps left.
Yeah, we'll go through the field as they cross the start-finish line for the checker flag.
Well, it's going to be an interesting restart with Cody McCauley on P4, that second row outside and on fresh tires. See how aggressive he gets on this restart.
Absolutely. Oh, he's going early. Ooh, 76.
Now we got you gun shy there.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't have known unless if our old buddy Wendell wouldn't have told me over the mic there that I wasn't live. So. I was broadcasting the past.
There might be some anger in that 40 car. Let's see if he's going to drive that thing back to the front after getting shoved out of the way there.
Yeah, nice. So far, so good. He's already up. He went from a spin to P4. It kind of happened quickly there.
Ooh, Randall sideways.
Yeah. Business is picking up now. Cody McCauley going to look underneath. He's going to leave a train there to open up for... Oh, jeez.
I don't think he's going to have a choice. They're sticking it down in there on him.
I feel like that killed all of his momentum. He's about to go outside the top 7 here by the time this is done.
Talking about that right rear, it's done.
I don't believe he ever took tires, so... Oh, we're about to have a battle for the lead. Oh!
Not much of one. Looks like he's going to power off. Yep. We might get one here, though, because the 40's going to say, get out of my way.
There's only one direction for business to go at this point. It's going up.
This has got some makings of the snowball derby.
Need a guy to park it on track, turn around backwards, take someone out at this point.
Where's a John Hunter Nemechek when you need one?
Oh.
These are, well, that's kind of funny how this worked here. These are the top 3, or the 3 fastest we've seen all night, pretty much.
Yeah. It's the tires is through all these different strategies, cars coming and going. The 3 fastest cars we have seen all night, as you said, they are right where we expect them to be.
Yeah. And Cody McCauley's he turned his fastest lap that last time by.
Oh, Segler. That's me,
Oh,
yellow.
what a shame.
That's
like
with
he
a
was-
hard hit by the 72 there.
Looks like he came to get over 14. A better angle on that.
Big pileup. That's Randall's chance to get tires, but really that's not going to help him any, because even his tires are going to be much better than the guys in front of his. Track position's going to come back to eat him. Goody. Alright, no one should be pitting unless they're doing adjustments, and no adjustments are that worth it, I'd say.
No.
You'd be a fool to pit now. Unless you're Randall.
Yeah, I wonder if Randall did take tires, and we may have missed it at some point, because I am shocked that he's still
That
on
car
the
has
tire.
not gone in the air. And it was driving like it had no tires on it that last restart. It was sideways.
Yeah.
Hollingsworth gonna get a lucky dog there.
Yeah, I forgot he was a lap down, so that'll put 10 cars back on the lead lap. Let's see if they're ever doing the lucky dog. The pit road had to have been open. Why isn't Randall pitting? The worst he'll do is drop a couple positions. I don't know. There's got to be something I don't know.
Maybe he can't afford a pit crew.
You know what? There's an easy way to do this. I keep forgetting. I can ask the crew chief, DRB.
Still didn't come on pit lane, did he? What do you think we're going to see here, Trey? We're getting down. It's pretty much going to be a shootout here as fast as these laps click off.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a shootout. The quality of racing really picked up there at the front between Cody and Jimmy Mullis. I expect nothing but fireworks.
We saw the aggression in that 40 last run, so
That makes a lot more sense, gentlemen. The 00 did take tires on lap 89 or 90, he said, so he did pit.
Oh wow!
shenanigans.
I'm looking again. He said the car jacked. Obviously, the car jacked up if he changed tires, but I'm looking again on my end to see why it looked like he didn't.
Because he
If that's
had
the
one of
case-
those iRacing jacks.
Because that could be something. Someone could literally just pit, and if it doesn't look like their car jacked up, I mean.
Okay, yeah, but when you sit there for 23 seconds, we know you're doing something.
So he did pit at 89, but it didn't never show him take tires. But he did take tires, I believe.
Well, the tire rule's out the window now, because
Yeah.
no one's going to pit again. So.
Yeah.
And if you do back there, no one's going to care.
All right, so we'll do a quick run through here while we get ready to go back double file, guys. Right now, P1 Cody McCauley, he's your most lap-led person, I guess. Second place, Jimmy Mullis. Third place, Cody McCauley. Fourth place is Chuck Sweeting, it looks like. Fifth place is Carson Hosevar. Sixth place, Scott Austin, still quietly up there. Randall Fox chilling in seventh. Eighth place is that 54 car of Todd Smith. Last car in the lead lap, Jeff Hollingsworth at the tail end of the lap.
The pace car's in green.
Green boys. See if the 40 car gonna dive down there. He will.
He wasn't shy about it last restart, so.
20 laps. This is gonna go by extremely fast.
I think he knows, though, the pace of the 8. He knows he has to do something here.
Absolutely. They definitely, all three of these guys want this to play out, except for the 2 car, because honestly, I think if another caution or 2 comes out, you're just not going to have a chance to pass someone unless you dive bomb them, because you really need your tires to heat up before you actually show superiority at this point, because all 3 of these cars are fairly equal.
Yeah, I think the 8's honestly hoping this goes green as well, just because he knows his pace is a little bit better with equal tires.
Right. There's a big gap. They're definitely showing their speed, because they've just stretched it on the 4 car. He might be, or the 14 car. He might be holding back too, because keep in mind, Chuck, Randall, all of them are going to have fresher tires than him.
God, 00.
That thing is evil.
Oy.
I was gonna bring that point up. If he took tires, that shows just how off the pace he was tonight. Because it never showed that he really had tires on.
Yeah, and we showed that at the beginning of the race. We saw that when everyone before the strategies came into play, him I don't know who all the Randall Fox Racing cars are tonight, but I definitely know him. Chuck has really he's been there, but kind of not what we're used to seeing from him. Same thing with Shannon Segler. He was just never really a factor, but right now that 2 car is a factor, and he's stretching it on Jimmy Mullis.
Well, that's what I love about these short tracks. You never know what you're going to get. This just brings out the true racer in people, and sometimes you can hit on something with a setup or just have a knack for a track.
Mentioned it. When you think of a short list of short track drivers, you think Cody McCauley, and he is where you expect him to be, and that's leading by almost a second on Jimmy Mullis. That is significant.
And we got, 15 laps to go, too, so Mullis is running out of time.
Yeah, so is John, who led. John wants to go. He's seeing that 2 car get smaller and smaller out the windshield. He's going to want to try to get around this 40 real soon. That's $100 on the line for that 40 car, or for that 8 car.
That'll buy you a lot of trash bags.
Cody McCauley went really high there. He really slipped. If there's any grip up there, Cody, you would know better.
Definitely don't want to get in those marbles.
Marvelous.
Haha. Probably, I guess it's sand here. It's in Florida, so.
Practically, yeah. Don't want to beach it here.
Ah.
Looking through the field, Jeff Hollingsworth looks like
he's on.
Just as I looked.
Oh,
just
man.
as I looked.
That's gonna set up a shootout.
Tough break for.
Yeah, the 14 came down on the 97. It looks like.
14 and 97 were battling side by side going in the corner, and it did not work out for the 14 car for sure. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that 14. Make sure we don't have one of those old-fashioned snowball derby pavements.
Definitely looks like one of those cases where the 14 thought he was clear and he wasn't. Same space, same time.
That 14 car, he's, yeah, as I expected. I think he's showing his displeasure, I believe. Jeff Hollingsworth says, not my deal. Car bring it in. We won't see any snowball derby in here.
Yeah.
14 can't take tires though. So.
No, you can't. This will be. This is John Ouellette's chance. He's gonna line up on the inside. He's gonna have to get a good restart and jump ahead inside of that 40 car. Gonna stand a chance. I believe the 8 car is the only chance that anyone would have to get to the 2.
I mean, it's
without
$50.
using a bunker.
How many feelings do you want to hurt here?
Yeah.
Yes, executive producer. Yeah, I'd also say that too. Cody McCauley is a good buddy with John, so maybe you'll split the money with him when you dump him.
That's right. That's true.
Here's $25, bud.
Yeah, send him the difference. Just send him the 25 from it. I tell you what, you can have all the buddies you want, but if I'm coming into this race for a one-off, a fun Sunday night race, and there's $100 on the line compared to 50, I don't know. I'd be reconsidering friendships at that point.
Hey, I just want to give a shout out to iRacing for a freaking Porsche pace car for this Oval Series. Good job, guys.
Well, it's better than that 2008 Mustang we kept looking at, or whatever.
Which was clearly not feasible because a Mustang from 2008 would not be running still.
Yeah, but still a Porsche. I mean, come on.
I mean, we're rolling class here, It's the #1 sim.
I mean, it's not even a Porsche, it's a rough. How about you get the Porsche license and then put it as your official pace car?
Talk to EA about that.
Yeah.
Worth it. All right, boys. This might be our final restart.
Yeah.
Might be.
Jimmy
I
Mullis,
got a feeling it's going to end under yellow, but here we go.
We're green, boys. Let's do it.
Ooh, he did not get a jump like he has before.
What's the chance Jimmy Mullis gonna pounce?
Man, you gotta get a bumper in there.
Oh, this close racing back there. I can see it. I'm looking at our leaders, but I can
spinning,
see it.
spinning.
50.
Up 3 and 4. Caution out.
Todd Smith. We're gonna
They
get
should
one
be
more
able to
shot
re-rack
at it.
them, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get one more shot at it, and that's it. It's gonna be close to green, white, checkered.
Yep, Carson dumped hillbilly accent there.
14's having not that great of a race. It
If I can't get the 97, I'll get somebody.
By God.
I wonder if he tried to send the 54 into the 97. It was...
I'll get you somehow.
It's a little
He was there.
Yeah. Combination 54 97 corner pocket.
James Duke is blowing up apparently.
What? Not sure what James is. Not sure what James is doing. But...
I think he's spraying the track for Zika or something.
James is good for something, I guess. How ironic would it be for the 14 to say car low after the last incident?
Yeah, listening to the driver chat, old Todd Smith is, he's taking responsibility for that, not putting it on Carson, which those in the viewing audience that are familiar with OCRL knows Todd's a gentleman driver there when he wants to be.
Got some lap cars battling it out of the chat. It's like...
I went back and looked at that. That was awful.
Yeah, this is gonna be a old-fashioned green and white, and then checkered finish.
Go ahead and tell you what this is gonna be. It's gonna be a dump job.
Yeah.
$50 on the line, guys. Fans at home, or fan at home, or just us talking to ourselves. $50, maybe $100 if that 8 car can get up there. Hell, we could see someone like Scott Austin just power that thing into turn 3 and just take them all out. We don't know what's going to happen here, but it is going to be exciting.
These are where names are made.
If you look outside turn 2, you'll see the 2013 Young Guns.
Well, you know what? Our EP put out just said something. Watch it. Don't sleep on Chuck. He's creeping.
Guys, this is going to be exciting. This is the last time they're going to go green. Last chance to win the Snowball Challenge, Winter Showdown, whatever
Winter
we're calling
Showdown,
it.
jeez.
40 car got a big gap there. Not sure what he's doing.
Race
it for
gauge
$50.
the start. Oh no!
Oh my goodness! There we go.
$100 man.
Wow!
$100 man. We're still green.
That's gonna be a huge payout for John.
That's it.
Oh, can he make it?
God, Austin. Wow. Cody McCauley, $100 winner of the Winter Showdown. Wait, no, yeah, well, oh, damn it.
Yeah, $100 trash can, man. How about that? How about that?
I don't think that 2 and you better get a camera on that 2 and 40 because they are not gonna be happy with each other.
I mean, what did you expect? It's a money race. I mean, holy cow.
My timing and scoring screwed up there, but John Ouellette, your $100 man, from start to the back, from pole to the back to the front. Your 8 car's your winner tonight.
Wow, boy, that 40 just did not do the right thing, man.
Yeah, he was way out front there, and I mean, he had to be really slow on the restart there. It's kind of stacked him up. But hell, still hell of a finish, about what we expected with, 1 lap to go.
I mean, that was essentially like watching the Snowball Derby last week, where it was just, you go in there and do what you can do to get the win. Luckily for John, he didn't have to do anything. He just kind of let him wreck and then go.
To throw some results. I don't know if my results will work, unfortunately. Oh, they are. Okay. Timing scoring freaked out there, which is why I missed. Yeah, I see. So we'll go through the results here, and then we're gonna get some drivers in here for an interview. John Ouellette, your big winner tonight. Everyone else was racing for $50. He was racing for $100 as your pole sitter, starting in the back. He completed the challenge. He's your $100 winner. First place. Second place, Scott Austin. He was quietly up there the entire time around the top 5. But
Kept
with
a
all
clean
that
car.
carnage, nice and easy. P2. P3, Randall Fawkes. P4, Chuck Sweeting. 5th place, Jeff Hollingsworth. 6th place, Cody McCauley. Went from racing for a win. $50 all the way back to 6th. Carson Hosevar limped back to 7th. Jimmy Mullis 8th. Todd Smith 9th. Joshua Gordon 1 lap down in 10th.
Where did Macaulay finish?
My results say
P6.
Ooh.
Hey, while we're waiting for the admins to verify the finish here, what'd you say, EP? Can we throw up that last restart there for the win?
Maybe some views there. That was insane.
I kind of looked over that, Trey. I mean, Macaulay slowed down a little bit in turn 3, but he maintained about 43, 44 through the whole corner, and then just, I don't know what the 40 was doing. He just kind of shot out there and just never reeled back in. Like, you're not the leader. You don't get to control the restart. And then once they went green, he just kind of hooked him in the quarter panel.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's I know most of these guys in the race tonight, they probably race with each other. They're probably friends with each other. It's just good old short track Southern racing, beating and banging. They're gonna be talking about this finish for a while, man. It was exciting to watch.
That's
Absolutely.
a textbook short track. I mean, one lap shootout, little contact, and someone sneaks through and steals a win.
Take a look here through.
If you can call the pole sitter stealing a win.
Look, we got trying to see what drivers are here for us to interview.
We're waiting on a few guys to get the TeamSpeak address.
Scott Austin's here, so that's good. Must be a friend. Looks like he was might be the same team as Cody McCauley and Todd Smith. Didn't know that, so not surprising for Scott to finish up there. Let's see if we can get Randall Fawkes, our 3rd place finisher. One moment.
He might be doing admin shit.
He gets to feel the joys of adminning after one of these
Yeah,
things.
right.
Not so easy. I think, is our Jeffrey Backey still in the chat? He can give us a lowdown on how much fun that is each week. Well, what'd you think, Trey? I think that pretty much lived up to the hype. A lot of cars
Yeah,
early
man.
and
I
then
mean, yeah.
strung out.
Yeah, I mean, I was excited when it came over our stream chat that we were going to have an opportunity to broadcast this race tonight, and I was looking forward to it, and saw the entry list, and I thought, man, this is going to be a great race, and it sure did live up to the hype, man. I love it. It was a lot of fun.
All right, we're gonna get our interview started here. We're gonna start off first, as always, with our 3rd place finisher, Randall Fawkes, in that 00 for Randall Fawkes Racing, one of the drivers that put on this awesome event. First off, I want to thank you for helping organize this event and bringing us on. It was a pleasure broadcasting. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about your race and how you feel about your 3rd place finish.
Well, first of all, let me get started. I'm going to thank everybody who come out and race this race on such short notice, 2 weeks to put it together. And I wish we had a whole lot more time to put it together. We could have done things a lot better. But I hope the race was good to watch. I hope it was fun to broadcast. I hope everybody enjoyed racing. My race was pretty good. We ran up front most of the evening, and I felt the way we started off with a few cautions, and I was getting worried there. But once it started going green, I decided when we got that caution halfway through that I would go ahead and get my tires, and it really looked like it was going to pay off because I thought we was going to go green, and unfortunately the caution come out, and I knew those guys I knew Cody and John and those guys who hadn't took tires. I knew they were going to get some and be pretty quick, and I kind of knew our race was done with as far as the win went. But overall, it was good. And down there at the end, I don't know what happened on the restart with the 2 and the 40. Whatever happened there got us up to 3rd place, which is pretty cool.
We saw you. Well, we didn't get to see you take tires because iRacing didn't want to show us that apparently. But once you took the tires, we didn't see the burst of speed we were expecting to see when someone switched over. Was it just maybe your car didn't really like the short run speed, and you were kind of taking the tires and hoping it'd go green, and you'd just have that slight advantage, or you took the tires and just it didn't go anywhere?
Well, I took the tires and I purposely didn't go. I knew it would be best to, if it went green, we had 85 something laps green to go green if it went, and I knew that if I didn't save at least a quarter to half of that, and I knew we'd be in trouble. So I just kind of purposely took a slower pace, but even going slower, we were pretty competitive there. Carson kind of kept a little bit faster pace than we did there, but we got by the other guys without tires with no problem and kind of took off there. That's why I was hoping it would go green, but didn't happen. And congrats to John.
Well, I know the other guys, Randall, are talking to you as a driver. I want to talk to you as the event organizer. Man, I was excited to get the text that we're going to be broadcasting this race, and I saw the entry list and the quality of drivers that you guys were able to put together. Is this going to be, first off, is this going to be an annual thing for you and iTate? And tell us, we didn't talk about your sponsor for the race a little at all tonight. Can you tell us a little bit about your sponsor? And if you post a link to their website here at the bottom of TeamSpeak, I'll make sure it gets into the Twitch chat so our viewers can check out iTate computers.
Well, to answer the first question, we put this thing together, and we really hope that we can do this annually, especially this race. This race means a lot to a few of us with short track racing experience and background. So yeah, we definitely want to make this one happen. We do have plans to hopefully run a Speed Weeks event. We're going to start putting that together now. So go ahead and we'll go ahead and pin that in for early February. We look to have one down at New Smyrna and have a good super late model feature down there at Speed Weeks. We may even do a little more. We don't know yet. We're going to start putting it together. So definitely a thing. We're going to kind of try to keep with the short track theme, whether it's super late model or whatever. But we're going to try to make this happen. It may not always go like we want to, but yeah, we'll definitely be making an effort to do this race every year. As far as iTate goes, he doesn't really have a website. He's just a local guy near me. Brian Tate, he owns the business, iTate Computers and Tech Services. If you're in the North Carolina area or I'd say the Charlotte vicinity, I'd say look him up. He does great work. He built my computer. He's built a few guys on my team's computers. Real good guy. I don't even know if he has a Facebook page, to be honest, but Brian Tate's the guy, and he's awesome.
Well, I appreciate Randall and Brian for you guys reaching out to us here at OCRL TV, and I hope you consider us in the future. And to our viewers, if you're in that Charlotte area and you need a system built, look up Brian Tate on iRacing and see if you can talk to him.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was. I stepped away to get our next interview ready, but whether Trey mentioned it or not, that would be awesome to maybe see you guys turn this into like a short 4 or 5 race little championship, if you will, and that'd be if we can see more races like this on a once every couple months basis, that would be a lot of fun to broadcast and, of course, a lot of fun to watch. So once again, thanks to you, Brian Tate. I'm sure Shannon put a lot of work into this. Everyone that put this together, it was a big thank you to you guys for putting it together. It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. And I have to ask, how was it? How was the racing? Obviously, I didn't get to see much of it with everything going on, and I was just how'd it go?
Well, it started with a bang.
Yeah.
To be fair, and I don't I can only compare to the OCRL races we broadcast. If this was an OCRL race, this would have been one of the more exciting ones we followed. So I don't know if it was just the environment, the close racing, or all of it put together. It was a lot of fun to cover and watch. So definitely was fun.
You got what you expected for a short track race, I do believe.
Yep. It was an awesome race, Randall. You guys put together a stellar field. I was looking at the iRating and these guys coming in, high 5,000s, all the way to 3s and 2s. But, once the racing started, you couldn't tell whose iRating was highest and whose was the lowest. I mean, the racing was outstanding from the front to the back. I mean, it was a great event, and very excited and proud to call the first annual iTate Winter Classic.
Showdown.
All right, my bad.
Don't worry, we messed that up, or I messed that up at least 4 times in the race. So don't you worry about that.
It was the Snowball Flake Derby Showdown.
Yeah,
At Five Fags Speedway.
At Fly Fags Speedway, actually, get that right.
Yeah, there was a little bit of confusion with the name. We were going to do the Snowball Derby, obviously. I got a message saying be careful with the snowball trademark, because it's possible that I don't know the legitimacy of it, but it's possible that the name has been thrown out there and people gotten in trouble for it, trademarks and whatnot. So I decided to go ahead and just name
on
it
the
Winter
internet.
Showdown.
No.
And I mean, I know there's a lot of guys that do the Snowball Derby, and I know there's races called Winter Showdown. So what out there really in anything, what is there not to get in trouble for? I mean, half the cars out here are trademarked probably if somebody wanted to pursue it, but I mean, it's just one of those deals. I just I took it to say Winter Showdown, it works, why not?
So you're gonna want to sue Randall Fox at rfr.com.
TV does not endorse this in any way.
That's right. Yeah, but all jokes aside, Randall, you guys put on a spectacular event. I hope the fans enjoyed it, because I know I sure did. And we look forward to covering your Speed Week event at New Smyrna, man. I'm excited, man. It's gonna be fun.
That's another good little short track.
Yeah. Hopefully we can start putting that together, and February is not that far away. And the good thing is I know a lot of guys race the OCRL, and that's what better way than to kick off heading into the OCRL season, if we were able to make this happen and go down the road and move forward and put on a great event there.
Absolutely. Once again, thanks, Randall Fox, and congrats. After all that work, you bring home a hard-fought third-place finish. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you real soon, obviously.
Thanks, guys.
See if we can get our second-place finisher. All right. Well, we got our second-place finisher. We talked about him on and off all night. He was just that quiet guy that kind of kept his fenders clean, took every position he could, don't do anything too crazy, and lo and behold, that ends up in a P2. So first off, big congrats, Scott, on a very nice second-place finish after all that carnage. Of course, tell us a little bit about your night.
Thank you very much. That was the whole game plan, was to keep the fenders on it, and if we could run somewhere mid-pack or better, that would be great. We were just going to try to take 4 late and see where we ended up, and it ended up working out for us.
Yeah,
we
Scott.
Didn't have a whole lot of... Sorry, Trey.
Oh, okay. Yep. Scott, tell us about that last restart. I mean, all that carnage in front of you, and you was able to sneak through it and finish P2. And like Frederick said, quiet night, doing what you got to do. Tell us about that last restart and what was going through your mind, and how you pulled it off.
Yeah, the second to last restart, actually, I kept having bad luck having to restart on the outside, and I was fortunate enough on the last one to get started on the inside. So I figured, whatever happens, happens. I'm either going to gun it and go for it and come out on top, or I'm going to end up in the carnage. So I that last corner going into turn 1 there was kind of on off, and then I just had to make a close call, and it worked out in my favor.
You took my question, Trey.
I have a habit of doing that, don't I?
Well, I'll just ask. He's not a normal participant here on the stream. Are you a big short track fan, Scott, or you just kind of hop in here because it was something Randall had invited guys to, and you're like, sure, I'll give it a shot?
Yeah, I mean everything in real life, as far as real life goes, me and my dad have been going to the races since I was a little kid, and everything I do on iRacing pretty much just to mimic that. So when I heard that there was a dash for cash, and I was able to mimic the snowball derby. I said, absolutely, I'm in, and I can't give enough thanks to Cody McCauley Racing for kind of bringing me in and helping me with my setup, and I definitely wouldn't be here if it wasn't for those guys.
Yeah, that was definitely my next question. Once again, we haven't seen you around from our past broadcasts, so we were wondering where you were associated with, who you were running with. So that makes a lot of sense. But so is this what you this is obviously what you were hoping for? Well, maybe one position short. You wanted to win, but all in all, when you look at your night, see where you finished and how everything went through, you call this a complete success for you?
Absolutely, yeah. Shout out to John for coming through the back and taking that $100. That's props to him. But yeah, I guess if one person had to beat me, it would have been him. But yeah, I could definitely say I'm happy with where I'm at.
So I got a couple questions for you, Scott. You seem like our type of racer. The attitudes that we kind of like. What are you doing on Thursday nights? And do you like the Sprint Cup car? And have you ever heard of the OCRL?
I got to be completely honest. I have not. I have not ventured into the Cup car very much. I've actually been hanging around the late models and super late models. Every once in a while, I'll venture into a truck here and there, but I would say that I'm not down to try. But I'm definitely happy doing the short track thing.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned the truck because
This
the
Tuesdays?
OCRL's starting on Tuesdays. Next season's going to be running that truck series. We'd love to have you, Scott. So if you if you think about it, you feeling a little itchy, want to come race with us, we broadcast Tuesday and Thursday nights. Look up the OCRL and come join us. We'd love to have you.
Absolutely. Thank you for the offer. Thanks, guys.
All right, that was Scott Austin. A very quiet but well done second place finish. We hope to see you again here soon on OCRL TV, and thanks for joining us.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for putting this on.
I like that guy. Got,
So he didn't
yeah,
have
me
an
too.
OCRL. Our
Right up
marketing
our-
manager should be fired.
Right.
Right up our alley. Right up our alley. All
I
right.
told you. Look, he was my pick all night, right? Because I called him out.
So when are we interviewing Jeff Hollingsworth? Didn't he finish on the
Oh
podium?
man, did you clear the whole week?
Do we have another hour?
I mean, I miss talking to the guy. I mean, he's in the field, and we're not talking to him. So I got to get my Hollingsworth fix.
I tell you what, but this little break we took in English. I don't know. We took this little break that happened. It really.
Doctor, huh?
I'm surprised how rusty it is getting back into this thing after such a break. Even more rusty than for myself. What did I called the wrong winner tonight.
Marty Reed.
Yeah, but anyways.
So send your job applications to ocrltv@gmail.com.
Yeah, if you guys want us to broadcast and do it the way we do it, ocrltv@gmail.com. But let's get our race winner. It's about that time. I'm gonna kind of move him into a different channel that way I can.
Not the $1 million man, but the $100 man.
$100 man.
$100 man.
We called it all night. That was his nickname all night. Everyone else was racing for 50. He was the only one racing for 100. Well, damn it, he won the $100. John Ouellette, congrats on the win. Tell us about your night.
Thanks, guys. I honestly didn't think I was going to go out there and put it on pole. I thought we were going to be, a top 5 car, but just really hit my line smooth on that lap. And when you get the choice between $100 and $50, and it's a 175 lap race, I think the only option there is to go to the back and try to have some fun with it. And we did, and we avoided the wrecks a little bit, and got lucky a couple times, and just rode our line and just drove smooth, and just really worked the exit of the corner, and just kept the car underneath us, and didn't drive over our heads all night.
Now, my question is, are you going to split any of that money with your dad for helping you plug in your headset there?
I think he might deserve a little bit after that. That's what I get for getting the wireless headphones, but real big help for him. Really appreciate them letting me live in their house while I'm working full time and still spend silly money doing this. So, huge support, and that just showed it there.
Well, you talked about dodging the wrecks, and man, I was glad to see you take that challenge to go back to the rear. Lo and behold, lap one on the start of the race, you're trying to navigate through a IED minefield. Looked like you were going through Iraq and Afghanistan there. I'm sure your heart jumped into your throat. But I mean, how did it feel that last restart? To be able to dodge that and come on and win the race. How were you able to keep calm and finish that lap?
I think at that point it was just one more, and I think I could hold on to the excitement for one more lap. When I saw Cody and Jimmy kind of get into it together, up there, I figured it was just some hard racing, and I just rode the bottom, cut up, came off the corner, and had that one more corner to just not ruin it, and there we were.
Now you were, we saw you kind of get up to the top 10 fairly quickly, even to the top 5, and then we saw you kind of move back and forth as all the strategies happened and all the other carnage going on around you. First off, did you have a strategy coming into the race when it came to pit stops? Was it, or pit stop, if you will, just one? Was it more of just a wing it and see where it goes? And also, at what point did you realize, damn, I might actually have a chance to win this thing?
Well, we definitely wanted to be the last ones to get tires and to run that first set pretty much all the way until the end, until we figured we'd get our last caution. We almost got hung out to dry running out of fuel in the green there around like lap 130. I only had about 5 gallons left on the restart where I stayed out before that and got really lucky there. I think I really didn't realize I had a shot to win it until I was going into one and I saw Cody and Jimmy get into each other and open the door. I thought Cody and Jimmy really had stout cars all night, and I couldn't do much to get by Jimmy, and I knew once I got up to Cody that there was, I wasn't going to be able to get around him running the same piece. But, I think I just got really lucky there at the end and, got the luck because I just kept the car underneath myself and had the tires at the end. I think we had a really balanced set under us, and we were able to just work the tires, better than everyone else, and I think it paid off on that strategy.
All right. Well, we're talking to Randall earlier. He was talking about maybe throwing a couple of more of these together as the year goes on. Maybe a little Daytona, New Smyrna, some other action. Are we going to see you here on OCRO TV again in the future?
Oh yeah, I love racing with you guys. I'll come out anytime for something like this. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for you guys at OCRL TV for broadcasting. Thank you for Mr. Tate for putting up the money. Thank you, Randall, for organizing everything. Cheers. It was a lot of fun.
All right. Thanks for joining us once again.
And shout out to my teammates, Scott Austin and Cody McCauley. Without them, I wouldn't be, as quick as I am. But real solid team effort tonight.
That's a 1-2 for the team.
And just for you guys, just to add, this was my only my second race on the Oculus Rift VR system, and I have to say, it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it.
Awesome.
Oh wow!
So he did see those wrecks up close and personal.
Yeah, no kidding.
That first one was a little wild because I could really look past the A pillar and I saw just the whole field stacking up. So it really saved my butt there.
You'll have to watch the stream. I think our cameraman got a good view from your roof cam there of how you navigated through that wreck.
That's awesome. You guys do a good job. I can't wait to watch it.
All right, John Ouellette, your big winner tonight. The $100 man started first, went to the back, finished first. He takes home the money. All right, guys. That was our top 3 there.
Well, I guess if you're gonna, come out of a break and interrupt our vacation, this was a hell of a race to do it, man. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was a hell of a short track battle.
We get some more of those races in the OCRL this season. You're in for a show here at OCRL TV. Speaking of OCRL TV, before we go, a little I promised I'd announce something huge tonight. It's not really huge. It's not even that awesome. But we're giving back to you fans next season. We're coming back full time in February following OCRL TV. Or we are OCRL TV. We're following OCRL Action. First off, if you're watching and you want us to broadcast one of your events, get a hold of us on the Facebook. You'll find us, facebook.com/ the OCRL or OCRL TV. Find us, whatever. Message us on Twitch or email us, probably the best, at ocrltv@gmail.com and get a hold of us. We'll broadcast one of your events. But for the action starting next season, for any of you fans that stick with us through the year, which we have a couple that like to hang around with us every night, we're giving back to you guys. We're gonna try to get you some swag, if you will. Maybe a T-shirt or two for a couple of our fans. We're gonna put together a I don't know what you call them, like a
swag.
Yeah, like a sweepstake, where you watch every race. Every race you watch, you're increasing your chance of winning either one of the T-shirts that we wear or one of the T-shirts the champions of the series we follow will be wearing. You'll get a chance to get one of those shirts, and we'll call it the fan champion, if you will, of OCRL TV. So you're going to want to look out for that. You're going to want to watch it as much of our races as we can. It's only 2 a week most of the time. It's not that bad. So sit in with us, laugh, cry.
You also have to live in America. Let's make that clear.
Yeah. I don't want to have to pay for
Not paying
shipping.
that international shipping.
Yeah, that shipping will be more than the T-shirt at that point. So no thanks. You're going to want to watch. You're going to go through the steps that we're going to put together for you to win a free T-shirt, courtesy of OCRL TV. All it takes is you watching us. Might sound awful, but give it a shot.
Hey, you know what? Especially on Tuesdays, it's gonna be a barrel of monkeys because I'm putting on a driver's suit and driving that truck for JRM, so you at least get to see some good laughs there.
It's a shame we're gonna have to pull against you now.
I know, right?
But definitely check
us
out.
He'll be part of the JRM clique now.
Yeah. So take a
That's
look at
right. That's right. My stuff doesn't stink.
Mine is stinking pretty bad as we speak. So we should just get the hell out of here. Follow us on Facebook. Find us. Just search on Facebook for OCRL TV. You want us to broadcast your events, once again, ocrltv@gmail.com, or find us on Twitch, or find us on Facebook, or just send us mail. It'll take a week to get here, but I might open it.
I mean, the bat signal works too.
We're coming. What do we put in the sky? Just like a wrecked car? I don't... A train wreck?
We're not Kaplan. No, we can have a whole car.
Just a train wreck in the sky? Follow us on all the stuff that we have. There's not many of them. Once again, we come back full-time in February. Keep an eye on the Facebook if you haven't liked it yet, because if we have any more of these events pop up, we'll be doing them, just like this one. Just kind of came out of nowhere, and we decided to come out of our mini hibernation, if you will.
Thanks to the fine folks at iTate.
Absolutely. Thank you. Gave us something to do, because I know I shouldn't be studying for that test I have tomorrow. Either way, I'm Thomas Fredericks. The whole stream team was here. Wendell, you could say hi if you want. He was your executive producer and cameraman. Wendell. All right, Wendell's sleeping.
Yeah, hello, is this thing on?
There's Wendell. Did a great job tonight, as always. I missed your voice.
You know how hard it was for me to be quiet all night?
Best night we've had all year.
We ain't doing that again.
Well, at least you had some alone time to take care of whatever you needed to take care of, so.
Yeah.
Like shopping-wise, or...
Like that damn mod bot in the chat.
It's Moobot, but...
Whatever the heck it is.
Anyways, I'm Thomas Fredericks. Wendell James working the cameras. Thomas Morris giving us insight. Trey Landry being awesome as ever. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you real soon.
See ya!